have who's your carnivore? He is. I have a 16-year-old daughter that's carb addicted and doesn't want to eat much meat at all. I keep offering her good food, but she's not very receptive. Any advice, Sophia?
Well, I mean, all I can say is that teenagers are very, very stubborn, and I don't know. I think the only thing that I oh my goodness, that's a cute dog. The only thing that I could say is just set a good example, because I ended up going carnivore because my mom was carnivore before me, and she set a good example because I was able to see how well she was doing on it. Because she originally went on it to try to lose weight, and I'm on it to try to gain weight right now. But just the results that she saw on it really helped inspire me to eventually, like, pull the trigger and go carnivore.
That's
So
great
just,
advice.
yeah, just lead the way, and hopefully she can see how much it benefits you, and maybe she'll realize one day just how bad the carbs are making her feel, and maybe she'll try switching. But
Lead by example, right?
yeah.
Russ, how you doing, bud?
What's up, family?
We grilling, baby.
What's happening? Hey, shout out to my man Brett. Who's your carnivore? Hey, brother, here's what you do. You take that phone from her, tell her she don't get it back till she eats the whole cow. How about that?
Now we got some tough love in here from Russ. He was like, "Hey, this is how you do it."
Problem solved. No, hey, she doesn't have to eat the organs though. No organs.
Yeah, no, unless you like mix it in with like a bunch of ground beef, like a little bit, I saw that from Kill
No.
Life.
Hey, look, I'm just being. Brothers ain't down with that. The brothers don't. We don't do that.
I do want to do a like a quick speed run with questions. I want to know, everybody. We're gonna go through one at a time. What's your favorite movie? Anna, can you go first?
Oh no.
Oh, I put her on the spot.
Yeah, that's a tough
I'll tell you guys. My favorite movie is the first Predator movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. My favorite movie of all time. I watched that about 1 billion times, and I'll watch it another 1 billion times before I'm dead. Nothing yet. All right, we're moving on. Bubba, what's your favorite? I'm sorry, guys. Bubba, what's your favorite movie?
The Quiet Man with John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara.
Oh, what about you, Graham?
I would go with the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Ooh, look, Captain Jack Sparrow.
There we go.
Like you, man. He gave you an autograph.
I have one now.
What?
Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah, Harry Potter.
I don't know why I didn't.
The books too. Yeah, that's for your favorite book. Sophia, what about you?
I'm a huge fan of Lord of the Rings.
Ooh,
I love the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Sophia, don't get mad at me. I've yet to see it yet.
There's a lot of people who haven't seen them.
Yeah, I bought you the series. I bought it for Christmas. I haven't seen it yet.
Rick, what about
you?
Believe it or not, I haven't been to a movie since like 1986, and I don't really have a favorite.
Really?
Yep.
Not even what did you say, Todd, with the duck? Howard
the Duck.
I saw it on TV. I mean, I don't remember it that well, but I remember he had a cigar and he had a really strange character, but that's about all I remember.
Yeah, check that one out if you get a chance. That's up your duck alley. Todd, what about your favorite movie?
Braveheart, for sure.
Ooh, Braveheart. You like the speech at the end, we shall rise. Yeah, that's like you should give a carnivore speech, man, at the 24-hour live stream, because it'd probably be good. Russ, what about you?
Hey man, my dude above me there, man. Is he broadcasting from the moon? He sounds like he's on the moon, man. It's like one small step for man.
He's out there. He's in Miami.
I don't know. This stuff is so old. Who knows how well it works?
I'm just messing with you, brother. Hey, listen, if you don't know, man, I got jokes. That's what all this is right here, man. Jokes. All this is jokes right here. Come on, man. JT's trying to hit us with a trick question, man. Clearly, my favorite movie is the Carnivore Diet movie. Can I get a win?
Oh yeah.
That's a good. Besides that one, what's your favorite, Russ?
I'm like my man above me there. I don't watch a ton of movies. Probably Lethal Weapon or Die Hards with that series. Probably one of those two.
Ooh.
Now, here's another question for you guys: is Die Hard a Christmas movie or not? Let's
Absolutely.
let's settle this once and
Yep.
for all. Is that a Christmas movie?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
no.
Yeah, it's
Is
weird.
it-
It's like you
okay,
get half the
is-
people. They're like, no, it's an action movie, but people are like, yeah, but it's got a Christmas element
Yeah.
to it, which
It
it
can
kind
be-
of does in a weird way.
It's a
I mean-
Wonderful Life.
Then what is Bad Santa?
It
What
really is,
that,
Rick.
you know?
I'm happy to be alive, Rick.
Yeah, that's the name of the movie too.
Hey, here we go. He says he found that mic in an iguana nest. No motherfucking got jokes, man. This is too much for me, man.
Yeah, that's right. They can't blame me. I'm not the only one with jokes, man. He's taking
Oh
the heat
man,
off
no,
me.
that one's got my cheeks hurting, man. Holy crap, dude. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Passion of the Christ. Yeah, that one, but that one's like, man, you can't walk out of there without tears in your eyes. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you guys, don't get weird on me. That was my dogs. Sorry, they get weird. You know, they try to dominate each other. Dances with Wolves. Oh, I haven't seen that since like 6th grade, when like our teacher forced us to watch that one. Then I was watching. I'm like, what is this? But yeah, it was. It's different. Yeah, it's a Christmas movie. I think so. Yeah, everybody's saying it's a Christmas movie. All right, guys, I get your consensus here. It's a Christmas movie. You guys got any fun questions you think we should ask everybody here?
I just wonder what iguana tastes like.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
Rick
that's
can tell us.
something. Yeah.
Well, it's somewhere between fish and chicken, depending on where you catch it and how you cook it.
Really?
Oh, there we go.
Fish and chicken. Yeah, and I guess he says the best part is like the tail, right?
Yeah, the best part is usually the tail.
Yeah, and like he's down in Florida, so like they really are a nuisance, man. They're everywhere, and you can see YouTube video after YouTube video of people catching iguana and making soup out of them, just trying to do what they can to like get the population down a little bit, because they're everywhere, man. I suppose they're probably staring at you sitting on your like garbage can.
No, not in my neighborhood. I got them under control.
Well, I believe you do. You guys, Rick's so cool. He even gets free duck eggs. That's how he controls, like, there's not too many ducks in the neighborhood. He says that to catch them before they're babies, he said, you just take the egg and cook it for breakfast, make an omelet.
That's right, and they're good eggs.
And they're free.
And they're free.
That's an abundance.
Once in a while, Mama Duck may try to bite you, but that's about the worst of it.
Oh, Russ, I got one. We're going to do a scurvy check. I want to make Russ feel at home here.
Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that from, Jay?
Yeah, I got that from you, my guy. So we'll start with you, Russ, since that's your thing. Scurvy check. You got scurvy?
No. Actually, I got to give credit where credit is due. No, I don't have scurvy, but that is actually Alia. Shout out to my girl Alia.
Alia, okay.
She started that whole thing.
She just couldn't make it on tonight. They got Boy Scouts early in the morning or something like that, which is cool. I told her family first, no biggie. But what about you, Todd? You got scurvy?
Scurvy free, but I'm keeping an eye on it though.
Rick, you got scurvy? It's been 40 years. You guys, he's been on carnivore for 40 freaking years.
Wow.
Oh man.
Well, if I got it, I forgot what it's like.
Dude, he gets me every time. Sophia, you know what scurvy is?
Yes, yeah. I don't have it. I mean,
Yes.
my gums are actually better than they were before I started carnivore. So
That's great.
Hey, Jay. Hey,
Yeah.
Rick doesn't have scurvy, but that microphone does.
I don't know if it's a microphone or the thing it's plugged into.
Yeah. No, at least we can make you out, Rick. It's not, I mean, it's not the greatest, but it's not terrible or whatever, you know.
Rub some bacon grease on it, man. Maybe that'll
Smooth the sound waves out some bit.
That's
Graham,
what
what
you get
about you? You got scurvy?
I just had to read up what it is. I think so. Back in the day, because my teeth were loose. I think
Oh,
so.
really?
Yeah. So, but now it's solid after eating meat and chewing made it solid. So I don't think I have any scurvy.
It's great. Bubba, what about you?
No, and I don't have anything that's I received from a date that requires penicillin either.
Yeah.
Bubba, I
Hey,
always
lucky for
love
me.
you.
Hey, I'm lucky for me. He didn't ask about that.
Hey, who's your carnivore says he would try iguana? Sophia, would you try iguana?
Yeah.
What about you, Russ? Would you try iguana?
No. Brothers don't do that either.
You know,
I don't like lizard.
I would try it once, man. I never would have thought so, but it's becoming popular, and and Rick vouches for it. Todd, what about you? Would you try iguana?
No, I had rattlesnakes before, and they are too greasy, gross. So yeah, I wouldn't do a reptile, and that's coming from a guy that likes Rocky Mountain oysters.
Rick, I know you would try one. Graham, would you try an iguana?
If it's exotic, why not?
Yeah, we'll call it exotic.
Try.
He's got like 3 of them in his fridge or his freezer right now. Oh, okay, here. Carrie!
Oh, look at this.
Whoa!
Carrie, would you
Man,
try
we're
iguana?
scraping the bottom of the barrel now.
I'd try iguana, sure.
Rick says the tail is the best part.
That's right.
You guys, I sent out we got semi-retired Bob. Bob, I'll put the link in here if you want to join us. I don't know what the max of people I can have, but we're probably got room still.
Shout out to Bob. That's my Buckeye brother. Oh, wait, Bob.
Now, Carrie, you missed a really good question. We just went through what everybody's favorite movie was. What's your favorite movie?
Oh no, that's a hard
We'll do
question.
it
Tell him
again.
what mine was. Tell him what mine was.
What was yours again?
Carnival
Carnivore
movie.
diet movie.
Oh, he said he's sucking up to you. He said the carnivore diet movie.
Oh, Russ, you're awesome, man. I didn't even think of that one.
He wasn't here. I didn't even know he was coming.
No, I know. I'm messing with you, Russ. I gotta give it to you back, man. But
I can
I said
take it.
mine was The Predator, the first one with Arnold.
Oh, nice.
Anna's was
Harry
what?
Potter. Yeah.
Harry Potter. Bubba,
Yeah.
what was your favorite movie again? Carrie missed it.
The Quiet Man with John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara.
Oh, Graham, what about you?
The Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, that's right, the Johnny Depp. Todd, what about you?
Braveheart all the way.
Braveheart, yeah, he liked the historic, the stoic one. Rick.
I'll tell you what, I'll say Ernest Goes to Camp.
Hey, I had almost all the Ernest movies, man. I loved, man, he'd go to Paris. I don't care where he went, I'd watch.
Know what I mean?
Right, Sophia, what was yours?
Mine was the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Lord of the Rings. And Russ, what did you say besides carnivore diet?
Lethal Weapon or Die Hard.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, Carrie. And then what's yours?
Oh, it's a hard one. The one I've watched the most is probably Goodfellas.
Oh, Goodfellas. Now, here's another question, Carrie. I asked it earlier. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Yes or no?
Yes.
Man, everybody's saying that. I would agree because it's got a Christmas element to it, but let's see here. I just want to see if we got any other Bob here. How you doing, Bob? So, Carrie, you got any big plans for the Labor Day weekend? Besides me on Tuesday.
Just you on Tuesday. Yeah, trying to figure that out. Get some steaks. No, nothing big. We're playing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie this weekend, so it's kind of a weird one.
Man, I might have to come out there early. God.
Yeah, hey, come on out.
I love that Mutant Mayhem, right?
Yeah, yep. Then we have one more movie, and then when we do the 24-hour live stream, we're doing Tom Hanks weekend.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Are you doing Castaway?
No, I tried to. It's some of those movies are hard to get. We're doing Apollo 13, Forrest Gump, and we're doing A Man Called Otto because that was our
She's
busiest.
never seen Forrest Gump.
No,
it's American classic. I mean, it really is.
How is it possible?
I didn't see Star Wars, guys.
Right.
Don't be.
Ever?
I didn't either.
You didn't either, Rick? Thank you.
I didn't either. It wasn't 1977.
Something like that. I never even saw it on cable when I was flicking the channels. Like it was just never on.
So you've never seen it ever.
Wait, you've never seen it?
No, I saw the only Star Wars scene I saw was when Kylo Ren fought his dad, and then I was confused because I was like, wait a minute, I heard this other dude fought his dad. Then I said, how many dudes are fighting their dads? And I got worried. I was like, are me and William gonna fight in the future with lightsabers, like father versus son again? Like, how many times can this repeat?
I gotta admit it, I've never seen Star Wars either.
What?
Man,
Hey,
I was
hey,
I was
Kip.
the biggest Star Wars fan a few years ago.
Here, bud, I'll do you a favor. I'll post the link in here if you want to join Kip. Let me hit the send button.
Tuesday at Montella Theater. Everyone's welcome. Come watch Star Wars with me and JT.
Yes, seriously, you guys. Like, it's gonna be my first time. I don't even need popcorn. This is gonna be epic. It's gonna be great. Maybe I'll bring like a bag of bacon with me. You know, that way I can put my feet up and watch it.
Which one are you watching? A New Hope?
No, we're gonna watch the first one. I never
Oh.
seen, right, Gary?
Yeah. Well, whatever you want, but yeah.
The original one. Yeah, I've never seen it, man.
New Hope is the original one, so the episodes are weird. They started with episode 3, and then it goes. So episode 3, episode 4, episode.
4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So they made the original trilogy first, and then they made the prequels, and then they made the sequels.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you guys. He just said it right here. Carrie, it's so cool you have a movie theater. Yeah, how cool is it to end up having a friend like Carrie who's got a movie theater, and I get to watch the Star Wars in such an epic way. I'm telling you, it's
there you go.
It's pretty awesome. We're really thankful. When I tell people, "Oh, I own a movie theater," like, "Ooh, fancy," but when you see it, this isn't like a AMC or something. It's a single screen theater, but it's a really cool building. It goes back to 1859, so it's been there before Lincoln was president. The building was there.
Aren't you the third owner?
Oh no, I think there's been like 10 maybe over since 1859.
Okay. I just saw the photos. You had 3 photos of like the different stages, and I thought that might have been just the owner's.
Yeah, no, it goes way back.
Yeah, you guys, he wrote a book on his theater. Like, Carrie is out here, like, just working nonstop. Like, those are called MSIs, multiple sources of income. And the more the better, right, Carrie?
That's right. Yeah. Well, actually, the thing with the you want to have multiple sources of income. The theater isn't one. We've been running it for a year now, and we haven't taken a penny out of it. It's just all gone back into the building. It's the movie theater business is kind of a passion project. It's kind of a hobby. It's done really well, but we put a new roof on this year, new air conditioner, new flooring and stuff like that. So put it all back into it. But
you know, it's when you're independent, man, you pay up front and then you eat on the back end. That's the way it is, man. You know that, Gary.
Yep. Well, the movie theater's been good too because I've been doing live streams there all the time. So multi-purpose.
I'm just trying to grab my dog here. I'll show you guys. I showed the other one. This is the other one. He's got one eye. He's missing one eye.
Oh, fuckers.
He's Carrie, just so you know, in Wisconsin here, we're the only state where the dogs can get an infection called blasto infection.
Oh, really? It
comes from the soil here in Wisconsin. It's the only state where it happens. And his blasto went to his eye.
Oh, man.
So, you know, and in order to prevent it from spreading, we had to remove his eye. So that's why he lost his little eye. You guys got pets?
I do.
Yeah.
Who's got dogs? Todd, you got a dog?
Oh, yeah.
Gary, how many dogs you got?
We got 2.
2?
Actually, I had to put my dog on carnivore, believe it or not. And she's 6. It's crazy. Her hips were going bad. She's 16 years old. And her hips are like 100% better now that I've had her on all beef for 7 months.
Wow. And what is she eating? Chicken?
No, I feed her every week. I get her. She eats I get her about 16 pounds of chuck roast every week and cut into cubes, and she eats 2 pounds a day. And she's only 55 pounds. I look at her and I'm like, where do you put all that? She eats more meat a day than I do.
Hey, I made a request of Carnivore Soldier because he feeds his dog chicken, and I asked him to please make a video and show how you. And could you do the same eventually sometime when you get a chance? Could you make a video and show us how you feed your dog carnivore? Because I want more dogs on carnivore.
Absolutely can, but I actually really wanted to talk to Carnivore Soldier about that. I saw his video on the chicken, and the craziest thing happened. So Cosette, 5 years ago, she was having terrible, terrible seizures all the time. And back then I was feeding her a bunch of chicken. And when I started doing ketogenic diets and stuff and started eating more beef, her seizures went away because I didn't put it together with her diet. But long story short, last year I bought a bunch of chickens so I could have fresh eggs. And when I was talking to that lady, I asked her because I noticed myself I don't eat chicken. When I do eat chicken, I don't feel good.
Hmm.
And I asked her if there was something up with the chicken, and she told me that because most of the mass-produced chicken is actually genetically modified. It's not like they're modified in a test tube or something, but what happens is they breed two types of chickens that together that won't breed in the wild so that they grow quicker. And she said that they're making people sick. And she said how they found that out was that there's a group of people that found out if they stopped feeding their dogs chicken, their seizures went away. And when she said that, when she said that, it clicked with me because I realized that Cosette hadn't had any seizures since I put her on beef and got her off chicken.
Okay. So that's make yours and then put that in the video. Tell people you kind of suggest beef over chicken.
Yeah, because the chicken, there's nothing wrong with free range natural chicken, but the chicken that we get in the grocery store. If you've ever seen that documentary Super Size Me 2, they actually go, yeah. Did you see how those chickens were so sick and big they'd have a heart attack?
I think he called them organic chicken or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, Kip says he has 2 golden retrievers. You guys tell Kip to post. Come on in here. We don't bite.
Come on, Kip.
Get on in here, Kip.
Kip, I got my smoker fixed finally.
Yeah, I actually got room for one more. I think I can do 10 boxes. So Kip, there's actually room. What did you get, Carrie?
I got a question for you guys.
Yeah, what's up?
You remember my suggestion I had for you for Carrie's Theater?
Oh yeah. You was talking about doing like a live band and like people bring their own meat. You know. A what?
Blues jam.
Oh, a blues jam.
Yeah,
Carrie, yeah. He's thinking about it.
That'd be cool. We thought about doing something like that. It's tough because we have a stage where the screen is, but you can't really move the screen, so it's kind of just like a little tiny stage deal. So we haven't really done any live events or anything like that yet, but we've considered.
What about the parking lot?
There's no parking lot in the theater, believe it or not. It's just
really?
We're kind of downtown. You'll see it. It's actually a really cool area, but it's just parking on the road. And,
sounds like Thiensville. There's no parking in this town.
Yeah, you'd have to tailgate out on the road, or there's like a park across the street too.
Hey, everybody.
Eventually, maybe to at least start with like a Wisconsin meetup, or if anybody's like close enough in like Michigan or Minnesota, maybe they could we could do like a meetup in Wisconsin to get the ball rolling. You know.
Yeah, I want to do one. I keep talking about doing it. It's so hard to organize and figure it out. And then I was thinking about doing one in Chicago just because I had a steak there that was really good, and Dr. Hampton's in Chicago.
Hey, Carrie, Todd, you've got some experience with kind of setting up community things like the fireworks and the barbecue.
I just
a little bit.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that was just out of an accident, but yeah, for 22 years now, we do a huge. So I have a fireworks business, and I sell fireworks during New Year's and 4th of July, and we just do it to fund a community fireworks show. So we feed everybody in our town, and that comes out for free, and we do fireworks. But yeah, I've been wanting to do something. You know, keto's been so good, or carnivore's been so good to me. I've been wanting to do something like a nonprofit channel. That was kind of why I started this one, to see if when I saw Bill, I was like, man, it'd be so cool to be able to do stuff like that for people with meat, and maybe
like a nonprofit carnivore organization one day, like where people like Bill, Sightless Carnivore, Shane and Amy. I got an interview with them on Sunday coming. Like people like that who actually are struggling, and then they could get the meat they needed or get the assistance that they needed. Even I talked to Sam today, and he's a political refugee, man, getting shoved all over the place, and they took his bank account, and he's another guy too. I just felt really bad for him, but he's trying to work his way out of it. So if you guys need any like business marketing tips or something, check him out. His Pioneer Carnivore Pioneers. That's his YouTube channel. Just thought it was interesting. I like that, Todd, that you do that.
Yeah, well, it's fun. The community's been great to us. We have a family. My brother owns an electrical contracting company, and the community's been great to us, and we like to give back. But yeah, I was thinking, man, for people that when Bill, I saw that he was having a hard time having meat and stuff, it was so awesome how everybody chipped in. I thought, man, wouldn't it be cool to have like a whole carnivore community that can help people? And I know that it's basically everybody's kind of doing it, but as it'd be kind of fun to have an organization just to do fundraisers and meet and greets and stuff, just to put together of people that we could sponsor.
Absolutely. I think that's a great idea, and it's something to work for in the future, especially I think when we get this documentary out. That's something Sam he was talking about. He was from Egypt, and he's like, man, we got Netflix. He was like, we got all the apps you guys got. He's like, you guys forget American stuff isn't just American. He's like, we watch it all over the place. He's like, so he's super excited. Egypt's ready for this movie, Carrie.
Yeah.
I mean, can you feel that in your bones, dude?
I'm ready to share it. I got it here. You guys want to see it quick? I got it on the other screen right here. No, I'm just joking.
Woo! This is gonna be.
I've been editing it together. It's just killing me not to be able to share it with anybody because can't. Like I said, I can't. Whatever's gonna be in the doc, I can't. Well, I can't put it on YouTube yet. But, yeah, man, we got so much footage with Bill that it's almost like we need to do a series or something because you almost have a whole documentary with just the Bill content.
Man, I got to tell you, great job with Bill. That was so awesome what you did for Bill.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. Hey, he's the man. I got to give him all the credit in the world because, I think he's almost on day 40. I think I said this the other day, but the coolest thing with Bill was Dr. Chafee was like, I will get on the phone with him privately, help him out, whatever he needs. Steak and Butter Gal, the gang, the coaching group, they're like, for free, we'll give him free coaching. And Bill's like, I might take all this on, but I want to be the captain of my own ship. I want to do this my own way for now. If I need help, I'm going to ask it. But for 40, even on the YouTube stuff too, I was like, I've been doing YouTube for 8 years. I can help you, Bill. He's like, no, I got this. And he's just killing it all around on everything. It's kind of cool too, because it's not that I would want to take credit or anything, but it's like he entirely 100% is doing all of this himself, and he's just thriving. The fact that he was sitting on his desk for 4 hours the other day was just nuts to me.
I heard that. He's
I was blown.
Looking on there with the cutting board, like he is killing it, man.
And I was blown away when he said he was out of that bed for 4 hours because, I was in that same spot 10 months ago, and that blew me away. It was so awesome.
Yeah.
To see him out of that bed. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I teared up when I saw it.
Same here, especially because I didn't realize the extent of it until I was there. And then he demonstrated walking to the bathroom. So he had to sit on the edge of the bed and he was in agony just for a couple. And he even said to me, I feel better now than I did before. Because he sat at the edge of the bed maybe 20, 30 minutes or something like that. He was like, before it'd just be like a couple minutes, his knees, his back, everything were killing him. So
he was working over that punching bag.
Yeah.
Hoosier, what's your favorite movie?
And he was just busting that bag. It was awesome.
What would you say your favorite movie is, Hoosier? Did you say Dancing with Wolves?
Dances with Wolves, yeah.
Nice. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Hey, I got to say hi to my friend Russ here in the corner. I'm just looking at the schedule. Russ, you are right where you should be. Prime time, 7:30 on the 24-hour live stream.
I just picked the latest time that was available because I'm going to be traveling most of that time. I'll be leaving Chattanooga, Tennessee around 10 o'clock in the morning. I should get to Dayton, Ohio, where I'm going by around 6, so that should be plenty of time for me to get on there with you, brother. But whatever you need, man, I'll support you.
No, I appreciate it. I'm honestly really looking forward to it too because it's going to be nice, but it's going to be a long morning, like doctor, all these. And then I was saying we need to have some fun, some laughs, some entertainment. It's going to be too serious for so long because you're coming on at 7:30. By the time you get on, Russ, it'll already be 12 and a half hours of talking to people.
So, hey man, listen, wherever I go, baby, I bring the funny with me. So it's
yeah,
we got you. I got you.
Looking forward to it.
You said you were going to try to have like 1,000 people on and give them a minute apiece.
Yeah, we've since kind of. Oh, sorry, Russ. Yeah,
decide on that.
Right. Yeah, Brett, we're not doing that anymore. We're gonna try to still do something like that, but we did a trial run and we're like, this is insane because no one would talk for 1 minute, and I felt bad too. I couldn't do it in 1 minute, so people were going like 5-6 minutes, and then Adam's running the math, and he's like, well, this is gonna take like 7 days at this rate. And then I'm thinking too, it's like, it was kind of a cool idea, like do a world record, but it's not going to be entertaining for people to watch after 12 hours of people telling their stories. It's tough though, because I love hearing the individual stories when they're quick. So we're still going to do those. We're just going to kind of intersperse them throughout the day. So.
Well, if you need to fill a 3 a.m. slot or whatever, just let me know. I'll make it happen. I think today we started opening things up more because we're still waiting to hear back. Dr. Baker said right away, he was the first one. He's like, I'm in, and I gave him the thing, and he's like, I'm going to book it, and he still hasn't booked it yet, but he said he's in. So we're just waiting a little bit more just to get a couple of doctors in. Dr. Barry booked at 3 a.m., and then he emailed me afterwards. He was like, oh, I'm going to be in Poland, but he's like, I still want to do it maybe a different time, or maybe we can pre-record it. So I'm waiting to hear back from him, but yeah, Dr. Chafee is on from 10 to 1:30 for like 3 hours. So that's going to be really cool because I'm going to be beat by that time for sure.
Yeah, how long you think you're gonna last, Carrie? That's what I'm
gonna be there all night. My eyes are gonna be all red, and I'm gonna be talking stupid, but I'm gonna still be there.
How's that any different than your normal live stream?
Exactly.
You're gonna hand it off to Emma and let her do a few hours while you get
Hey, I asked Emma, I'm like, listen, you don't have to. This is crazy. She stuck with me the whole 10-hour one. Yeah, and I'm like, she's in school now too, so this is the weekend. I'm like, you don't have to. She's like, no, I'm going to try it, but hopefully not the whole time. We'll see how it goes. It's cool too. I don't know if you guys all know this, but my good friend Sean from Intentional Carnivore, he's co-hosting, and I just said, hey, you want to come on for a little while? He got back to me. He's like, I'll be there the whole 24 hours. I was like, are you sure you want to do that? So
let's go. I got to get him on Chatting with Carnivores.
Yeah, he's the best. I know he's been really busy.
We got to get some kind of pool going on who falls asleep first, man. We got to get some kind of we got to get some kind of action. We got to get some action on this.
Or everybody's got to drink some electrolytes every time Carrie rubs his eyes or something.
Right. Well, we're putting together a couple. It's going to almost all be live, but Adam and Alia, those guys are just great. They've been working so hard on things and really good ideas. They're like, we got to pre-record some stuff, at least just for like bathroom breaks and things like that. So, and then there was a couple people that really wanted to come, but they're traveling. So Laura Spath, she's traveling, but I just talked to her today, or her husband. She's going to pre-record one. So that'll be kind of cool. And Lily Kane too Lily Kane is going to her sister's wedding. She's like, I'm going to try to hop on just randomly at some point, but she might pre-record one. So yeah, JT, your video you did the other day was awesome, by the way. The one about your coach.
Yeah,
you did a good job on that. I've watched that like 3 times now. So we're going to show JT's video. And JT, if you have more of those from the coach or whatever that are just inspirational.
Yeah, I'm doing them on Mondays. I'm calling it Motivational Mondays.
Nice. We want more because I know what's going to happen. It's going to be 4:00 in the morning, and I'm going to be like, I just need 20 minutes or something. Boom, put on something pre-recorded like that.
Well, you're going to have to go take a piss at some point.
Exactly. Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
After I do it, Dr. Barry's going to pop on or something.
Keep that on the stream, brother. That's YouTube gold right there. You taking a leak on camera? What?
That was the thing too, because we're gonna do it at the theater. I'm like, well, if it gets boring and if there's a lull, I could maybe do a tour because I could put StreamYard on the phone and just walk around. So go outside, show people the little area outside or something. But
right,
yeah, I could. Hey, Carrie, I could give the Reverend a call, man. Maybe the Reverend might show up for you.
Yes. Hey, we're gonna need it. I'm gonna need all the help I can get.
Say a prayer for his ass.
And I appreciate it, Russ, because I think you've offered to kind of be on call if we need you to hop back in, which is a big one for sure. Because
yeah, you can thank Adam for that. Adam is campaigning for you in the background.
Nice. Yeah, he's the best. I don't know what I told him ahead of time because that guy's crazy. When we did the 10-hour, he was going to hop on for an hour or two, stayed the whole 10 hours. I told him on this one, I'm like, you're not doing 24 hours. I'm like, we got to come up with some shifts or something. So, but we'll
Kip
see what
says
happens.
carnivores don't need sleep, Carrie.
Yeah. That's what PR Mike said too.
Kip, then get back on the stream here. Get out of bed then.
Yeah. Hey, Kip's on. I got the schedule in front of me if anyone wants to know. Like, we got to start announcing some of these. I can't believe how fast it's coming up already because today's the 1st, so it's like 2 weeks away. Well, Carnivore Kip is on 8:30 p.m., an hour after Russ.
What day? What day, Carrie? You gotta
Saturday.
sell the whole steak.
Saturday. Yeah, I mean Sunday we just got early morning, 2 a.m, 4 a.m till 7, and then we're done at 7 a.m. Sunday. So.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Hey, listen, if you really want to raise some money, listen, you and Kip did a smoke challenge.
Yeah.
Right? Well, listen, and I watched it, it was okay, but if you really want to jazz that thing up, man, the loser gets to smoke the other one. You got to get in the smoker. How about that?
Yeah.
Kerry, I don't know if you realize it, but the 16th, I think, is our 6-month carniversary.
Oh, nice. Yours or mine? Mine too?
I think we started the same time, right around St. Patrick's Day.
You know what? That is crazy because
me and Sophia started the same day.
Yeah.
She's my carnivore twinsy.
That's nuts. Let me just look real quick just to double check because I think you're right. I'm on day 165. I started March 20th.
Do you use an app counter too, Carrie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got sick of counting the damn calendar. I got mine too now.
Yeah, JT showed me that app. I downloaded it after he showed
Oh,
me.
you're using it now, Sophia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on day 72.
6 months.
Yep, 72.
Who's your?
Rick,
Is that
Rick
the
just
same day,
looks at
March 20th?
Rick just goes by the year. He's been doing it so goddamn long.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Kerry?
Are you March 20th? Is that the same day?
Well, whatever day St. Patrick's Day was.
You taking
was
off,
on.
Graham?
The
Yeah.
15th, 16th.
Okay. You guys say
Hey,
goodbye to
Graham.
Graham.
Hey, see
Nice
you,
seeing you,
Graham.
Graham.
Nice to
Love
see
you,
you,
buddy.
brother.
Thanks for stopping by. It's been fun.
Yes.
I'll see you in a little bit.
March
Graham,
17th.
awesome. Sorry. I hope you're doing well. Thanks. Graham's been
Yeah.
awesome helping with the documentary too. Killing it.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you, Graham.
interviewing him in
Appreciate
the
you.
morning, Carrie. So he's got to go do his thing.
Nice. He's going to be on the stream too, so check back for Graham.
Yeah.
See you
St.
guys.
Patrick's Day
Thanks,
was
buddy.
March 17th. So it'll be my,
See you, Graham.
when it wraps up on that Sunday, it'll be my 6-month carniversary.
It's so
Wow.
crazy because it's that day is Alia's birthday. That day is exactly precisely 1 year since we reopened the movie theater. We opened the movie theater September 16th. So it's actually our anniversary. That's when we're doing the Tom Hanks weekend. I decided to do this. So I'm not going to be watching the movie that night. We're going to do the live stream
I'm
upstairs in the
surprised you
theater.
didn't do a Harrison Ford weekend for your wife.
Yeah. She's had enough. She's had enough Harrison Ford. She's got all the posters everywhere. We did that Indiana Jones movie, but we're gonna do the live stream in the theater, and then we're gonna have to break it all down at like 5 o'clock and go downstairs in the theater to finish it down there because people are gonna be watching Forrest Gump that night.
Forrest Gump. The app is called Day Counter, and it's got a little green number 12 on it. So look for like a little 12, and it says Day Counter. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys, but someone asked what that. And it makes being a carnivore a whole lot easier. You know, you don't got to think about it.
Hey, did everybody get their I'm a carnivore, my name's Brett, and I'm a carnivore video submitted?
No, not yet. And I'm glad you
website?
brought that up. Everybody should get their ass busy and do that. And make sure you watch Adam's video on how to do it. Like clean off those dirty ass cell phone lenses, man. If your hands go on it and it goes in and out of the pants, falls on the damn floor. Like clean your damn lenses, guys. We don't want no foggy ass carnivore videos. We're making a world class documentary, and we need world-class videos.
And Adam isn't messing around on that thing either. If there's a little speck on it, nope, he's gonna throw it out. But you guys submit that video, you're in the documentary, guaranteed, because we're putting every one of those in there. It's just gonna be a huge grid, no matter how many people we get, just to kind of show the scale of it.
I uploaded mine today. So.
Nice, appreciate it.
Carrie, did you meet my wife yet?
No, hi, how are you?
Anna.
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
Yeah, you guys, if you guys, this is my wife. I know Russ, I don't think you have. Sophia, you haven't. Rick, you haven't. Todd, you haven't. Bubba, you were last week.
Yeah,
Bubba was here last Friday.
Yeah.
He doesn't piss around.
No, I don't. Sometimes I have a hard time keeping my mouth shut, actually.
Hey, Bubba, can you teach Carrie what the will knots are?
Oh, well, the will knots are the things that stick to the hairs of your ass and will not leave.
Nice.
I was literally trying to vlog the other day, and my son would ran up and just scream at me every time I started talking, he thought it was funny. I was like, okay, I got a will not here. You will not let me talk. That's for sure. Oh man, it was good. Downloaded that. Okay, yeah, good. I think all the carnivores should get that app. It just makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Now, how many?
What
Okay,
is
we've
that
got a lot
app
of us
again?
with hats and a couple without us, man. This is about a 50-50 hat thing going on. Russ, do you wear hats at all?
No, man, I don't like anything that blocks any part of my face, man. I'm so handsome.
Hey, I feel you there.
The world's got to see all of this, brother. All of it.
Rick shaking his head over there.
Hey, look, shout out to all my lovely low carb ladies and my keto cuties out there. Shout out to all of them.
Keto cuties out there. I like that.
I gotta wear a hat or the lens, the glare from the bald head would be terrible.
Oh no, it looks good, man. You got the Vin Diesel thing going on.
The Wish version of Vin Diesel.
Hey, Ben Weasel.
Come on, man. You could be going there, dude. Oh, dude, that's funny. But you guys, I am going to Carrie's on Tuesday, and it's gonna be Carrie. I hope you're ready, man. Hope you got the golf cart gassed up. Hope you got the cherry picker out there. I'm gonna be hopping in the bucket of the cherry picker. And what is that thing with the 6 tires, man? It looks like a little army duck, man.
That's basically what it is. Actually, that's not working right now, unfortunately. But
oh god damn!
It's called an Argo.
I've seen it in so many vlogs, Carrie.
I got an Atex.
Yeah, that thing goes in the
version.
Oh, nice. Yeah, those go in the water or on land. You can drive it right in the water and float around. It doesn't go very fast.
It's like the ducks in the dells.
Yeah.
Mine goes 45 miles an hour.
Oh, nice.
It's got a 2-cylinder 2-stroke in it. It's an Atex, 400, whatever. Yeah, it's 50 years old or more.
Well, you're a Mopar guy. You should know how to get it going that fast.
Well, I mean, that's the way it was built. They used snowmobile engines back then, but then later on, they switched to the lane 4-strokes, so they don't go as fast as they used to.
The lame 4-strokes. You guys, Rick's in the ducks, and you missed it, Carrie. I busted out my little friend here. I call him Little Ricky now after Rick there. He's in the duck.
Oh, nice.
And Graham left, but he had his duck too. But Graham took off now for the night.
I'm a total quack.
Yeah, you hear Kip, get in here, man. You're still up, you're still awake, you're alive, Kip. I almost died, Kip. Get your ass in here.
Kip is a snob, man. Kip ain't coming in here, man.
Oh, is that true, Kip?
He's in bed. He's comfy.
Oh man.
Hey, listen, it's football season, man. Isn't he from Alabama?
Hey, what is your guys' teams? I'm a Packers fan.
Same.
Packers?
Oh, yeah.
Indianapolis Colts.
The Colts.
I'm a Packers fan as well.
Hey, Bubba, what about you?
Well, if it's American football, I'd have to say Seattle.
Seattle. Okay. Sophia?
I've never watched any football in my life.
That's
so.
okay.
Smart. Very smart.
Rick, come on, Rick.
I hate spectator sports of any kind.
Yeah.
Hey, he's just mad because he can't get it from the space shuttle he's in up there. That's all. You gotta have him on the movie, man. You gotta have Rick on the movie there, Carrie. You can be like, hey, we got carnivores in space.
No, really, Rick and who's that lady? I keep seeing her thumbnail pop up. She's a 65-year homesteader.
Maggie White. Yeah, Maggie White.
We got to try to get her, Carrie, too. We got to put her on the list. I keep seeing her pass, get, not put on the list.
She's 82 years old. Dr. Chafee.
He doesn't look like that.
Name drop. Dr. Chafee emailed me today because I asked him. I'm like, I'd love to have her in the documentary, and he introduced her to me. The only tricky part is she's kind of camera shy. I think she did one video with Dr. Chafee, so, but I'm trying for it for sure. It'd be great to have her on the documentary. Man, I'd love to go out there and film her. Dr. Chafee's like, she's running around, like jumping on horses. 82 years old. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, we can't even calm her down for the documentary to get her on camera.
Right.
She's just a blur.
Yeah, when I watched
he's
that,
snuggled up. Okay, what'd you say, Sophie? I'm sorry.
Sorry, when I watched that interview of Dr. Chafee with Maggie, I was like, "There's no way she's that old."
Right.
She does
I
not
thought she
seem
was
that old.
65.
No, she's been doing carnivore that long.
I know.
Yeah.
I saw 65. I'm like, okay, so she did it pretty much every day of her life. She's looking good. But then you got 82. I was like, what?
It's funny when she talks too, because she's like, well, when my dad went off to the war, she sounds like an older lady, and she is, but it doesn't look that way. So it's weird, like listening to her talk. You think you're talking to like a 40-year-old or something.
Bella, we can't pick on Rick. We can't pick on Rick's sound here.
Look, Bella is way late to the party. We've been cracking on him since like 11 o'clock Eastern. We've been giving it to him. So
yeah, I think Hoosier said it sounded like his mic was in the iguana nest. I think.
I wonder if it's the mic or if it's just the amplifier.
I don't know.
The gain might be up a little high. I don't know. Yeah, it sounds distorted.
Try another mic.
No, man, listen, I can get another 15 minutes of comedy out of that mic. Don't do it.
Just leave it, man.
You're ruining my material, man. I need that mic.
Russ, we gotta do after the 24-hour live stream. We gotta do like a roast stream or something. That would be fun.
Yes, carnivore roast.
Roast master.
Whatever, man. Everybody wants to be a clown now. There's only room for one clown on the internet. I've got all the, I cornered the market on that.
How about Rick the Vegan?
Hey, listen.
Hey, there you go, Rick. If you want to be roasted.
Did you ever see the Rick the Vegan video?
I saw it. It was hilarious. Rick made a vegan lunch, man. It was very interesting.
Even I laughed at it.
Who's here's tried vegan? Yeah, you have, Rick?
Vegetarian,
vegetarian,
not vegan.
Vegetarian, not vegan. Yeah, no, I never tried that. Carrie, I did do lion diet for 2 days.
Oh, nice.
But then I went back to eating bacon and eggs.
Yeah, it's tough.
It is.
Listen, you know what? Let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you something. I get so irritated, man. I don't know what it is that triggers me. People talk about lion diet. Listen, you give a lion my Costco card, and I'll show you his diet. Yeah, that lion. I guarantee you, if I can set up a dozen chocolate cakes in the jungle, that lion will smash them. He's only got the options. That's why he's a lion in the lion diet. He's limited by his choices.
That's not even duck food.
Anybody doing sea lion with Kip? I'm doing it.
No, I don't even know where to buy sea lion.
What
man.
is sea lion?
Just lion diet with some seafood.
Yeah, it's basically beef, water, salt, plus shrimp, salmon.
So there's no
water lion then.
Yeah,
So
water
there's-
lion diet.
So there's no bacon on the lion diet either, then?
no, not this one.
Right. I was just curious. Somebody asked me that earlier today. I'd heard of it, but I thought it was just meat and salt and water, but I didn't know the bacon wasn't on there.
Beef, salt, and water.
Yeah, it's usually just beef or another ruminant animal. Like
Yeah, or lamb. Yep.
lamb.
Carrie, you missed it. We did a scurvy check. You got scurvy?
I got this weird rash right here. Is that scurvy? No,
I
I
don't
think
know,
I'm
man.
good. That was actually popcorn burns from the other day from the popcorn machine.
For me, it's the air fryer. I reach in it, and then I think that was Joe. He was telling me, he said, "Man, use the tongs, man. Use your head." I said, "Dude, I haven't been on carnivore as long as you. Like I'm not out of the fog to think about using a tongs instead of my hands."
Right.
So
I do that all the
that's
time.
the most
Got
dangerous
bacon,
part about carnivore is the damn air fryer.
bacon burns on the hand.
Bacon.
It's hard
Hey,
to
I had a question. Does anybody here wear glasses or have astigmatism and had carnivores? I feel like my eyes are getting better because my glasses don't seem to be working anymore.
Really?
Yeah, so I see better without my glasses now than I used to, and now it's like my eyes are healing and my prescription is now not accurate.
Well, when I was malnourished, my vision was getting pretty bad, but now that I've been eating more, my vision's gotten a lot better. So
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a question for you guys. Do you guys believe in aliens?
Oh yeah, they're always coming into Florida.
Well, because they're talking about UFOs, they're having the government hearings. I just want to know what you guys think. Is somebody holding these craft somewhere?
Yeah, that was a good one, Rick. I got you, brother. I got it.
It's
I live in
actually
Jacksonville.
mathematically impossible for there not to be aliens.
yeah, I think if the universe is infinite, like they say it is, there's literally no way that there's not life somewhere out there.
I think they come here and act like ducks.
I think they can go into the water like
keeps them
ducks.
under control.
When I was a kid, they had a TV show called UFO. I don't know if anybody remembers that.
Was that part of Project Blue Book or something?
It was something. It was in England. They had these aliens that they had like helmets with water or some kind of fluid inside, and they had these circular crafts that would go around. They had mirrors on it. What was it? Ed Straker was Shadow was the name of the thing that was supposed to fight the aliens. Somebody must have seen it. Yeah. It was called UFO. It was a TV show.
Carrie, now he's seen one because he's got a really fun video on a UFO that he's filmed with his camera, and you can ask my wife. We filmed a weird light, man. Exactly, it came a day early, but I saw it twice. I filmed it twice, and I looked on my iPhone and the date. It was almost a year. It was one day short of exactly a year of seeing the same thing, and we don't know what it was, but it was really weird. But Carrie's. His looked crazy. He had red lights and stuff. Like, what do you think that was, Carrie?
I don't know. People keep asking me that, and people are like, I don't even answer the comments on that video. It's so many crazy people on that video. The video did pretty well, so I leave it up there. But man, I get some crazy comments. They're like, why didn't you just press record? And people don't realize this. When you're at night taking a picture of the sky, if you take a photograph and the shutter opens for a long time, you can get a nice clear picture.
Yeah.
If you just take a camera and aim it at the sky, you usually can't really see stars or anything like that.
You don't get anything.
But this thing just went. It was like 3 seconds. All these comments are like, why didn't you put it on your tripod and hit record? I'm like, dude, it was like 2 or 3 seconds. I didn't even know what I'm like, what was that? And I just click. So happened really quick, but yeah, that video was fun. It was really annoying too, because if anyone watches that video and you look at it, you're like, what the heck is this thing? And then and this was right when all the alien stuff was, I guess there's stuff now, but when all the alien stuff was on TV, I showed it to my wife, Jen, and she's like, I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, what? Caught a UFO? Like, what? This is the craziest picture I've ever seen. I have no idea what it is. I don't know. Whatever.
Have you seen any men in black hanging around your neighborhood, your house?
No, man. I'm out in the middle of nowhere here.
No?
You'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, because usually when somebody puts something like that good on the internet, they usually get a visit.
Well, a funny thing happened was like, I think about 6 months after that video, I was on the Discovery Channel. They had it was like UFO Unknown or something like that. And so they did a thing. They did a thing with me. I was on there for like 10 minutes or something showing it. So that was it, though. I haven't had any black cars pull up or anything weird like that yet. But
thank God, man. Yeah, you don't want to be on that list.
Yeah.
Bubba, what about you? You seen the UFOs up there in Canada?
You know, as a matter of fact, I got a story for you.
Here we go.
Last summer, I was down at the beach, you know, where I do the cold plunge
I
at.
love his story. Yeah.
And I'm in my truck, and this lady comes up to me. She says, "Do you see that in the sky?" And I go, "What?" And I look up, and you can see this flashing, like these little squares, like flashing, kind of like rainbow colors and stuff. And she goes, "Do you think that's an alien?" And I said, "I don't know, but there's a U.S. Air Force base just down that direction." And you know what? It was on the news like the next day. Those Chinese balloons.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you could actually see the reflection of the actual the Chinese spy balloon that was flying over above us.
It was, and I was told my wife, man, I think they were just trying to get like free pay-per-views and stuff. It's like one of those new versions of like, remember those black boxes back in the day? You'd hook them up and get everything. I think they were doing something like that. Like, I don't know. I could be wrong, but
Well,
they're trying to get free American programs and shit.
Well, if you think about it, if we honestly believe that any of our countries where we live aren't doing the same shit, but it's a different pile, we're sadly mistaken,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
I think we got better
they're
stuff
all
than balloons, though.
Yeah, I would hope so, man. I would, and I hope it ain't Pootie boy Putin. Let's see, Carrie,
Mhm.
for the I Am Carnivore clips, can hubby and I do it together and say we are need separate?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think Adam would allow it together. The way we're editing it, it has to be individual. So plus, it's cool if you get two, because then we'll have more. We're trying to show the scale of carnivore. So yeah, if you could do it separate, that'd be ideal.
So yeah, it's official. The carnivore couple clips are out, Anna. We're gonna have to do ours separate. So she'll be okay with it. So what do we have in Carrie? You said ribeyes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reverse seared. Yeah, it's gonna ruin steak for you because you're not.
I've never had a reverse seared one, so you're gonna be my first, Carrie.
Well, it's either gonna be really good or it's gonna be burnt to a crisp, because I was just telling Kip in the chat when we did that smoke off, I got that thing so hot and it hasn't worked for like a month. And I was just out there again, just like praying. I pushed the button like really slowly, like please come back on, and it popped back on. So hopefully it'll work.
You still got the zip line?
Yeah.
Yeah, because trust me, I've seen my fair share of episodes. And I don't want to spoil too much, man, but I was thinking if we get time, I don't know who's all going to be there, but if we do get a crowd, we could play that game you played with the girls. You guys were rolling the can on over the money that you had wrapped on the.
Man, I don't even remember half the stuff you're talking about. That was like 4 years ago, that video.
But it was a fun game, man. I like that. It's like something you can just play with your friends and stuff. It's really like just it's a wholesome game.
Yeah.
Do any of you guys have the pellet smokers like the Traegers?
Yep. Yeah.
I just
I've got a
Weber
Yoder
grill. I got
Yoder? Oh, Yoders are awesome. I want to get one of those. I got a Traeger. You ever have one of them blow up on you?
No, but I almost did when I did that smoke off with Kip. Kip was really concerned. He was like, Carrie, I've seen these things light up before, and he was yelling at me. I got to clean that thing out better, because it was. Normally, I only like smoke stuff on low, but we fired that thing up as hot as I could get it to do the sear at the end, and it almost went on fire during the live stream, which would have been great.
But they do something even stranger, so it's weird. I had no idea this could happen, but it was hilarious. So when it's feeding the pellets in, you know how there's that fine dust in the pellets?
Oh yeah.
Well, that can fill the barrel smoker part, and it turns into a gas, and then all of a sudden it ignites like a gas. Anyhow, I had that happen once. I jumped about 10 feet in the air, and it blew my ribeyes across the yard. Not even kidding you.
It blew your ribeyes out of your pants.
It did. I had 4 ribeyes in there, and it blew up. And I mean, the door flew open and bent the hinges. I mean, it was an explosion, and it threw my ribeyes about 20 feet across the yard. I could not believe it. I about had a heart attack.
That would have scared the hell out of me.
Kip's in the
made wood gas.
Kip's in the chat right now, just shaking his head.
Kip, get on here, bud. You're still awake.
Look, if I tell you to come over to my house and smoke something, you ain't gonna need no pellets.
What do you use, Russ?
I don't think you want to ask.
Hey, rolling papers.
You know, Rick, he cooks his steak on his truck engine.
Yeah, it's
I
good. I had a truck that ran on wood.
Actually, listen, I am talking a bunch of trash. I smoked a joint in 1985, my one and only.
Really?
So
Wow.
I am talking a whole bunch of trash.
Yeah, no, I stopped smoking, so I think it was like day 27 of the carnivore diet. I had no need to smoke at all anymore.
Yeah.
Don't smoke, Sophia.
Yeah, no,
At least you didn't put it in the popcorn machine like I did.
Oh man. Now, Sophia, how do you cook your steak?
Well, usually I just cook it on a cast iron griddle on the stove, and that gets it pretty good. But I really like it on a charcoal grill. It's really good like that.
Do you use regular charcoal or like wood charcoal?
We just use regular charcoal, like the stuff you get at Costco. So
Interesting. Do you put down butter or like bacon grease when you do your steak?
No, because usually I'm eating like fattier cuts, so the fat will render out and it'll be pretty fatty. So
yeah, you guys, if you guys want steak tips, you go to Sophia because Sophia eats steak.
I do. I eat a lot of steak. But what me and my mom will do is if we have a leaner cut, like a sirloin or something, we'll put butter on it because like we found that like sirloin and butter is really good. So
that's a power tip right there. I do the same thing. And if you get like that beef tallow, like we got this Wagyu beef tallow, you put some of that in and then the butter, that's your carnivore sauce. That's like the best thing in the world to dip a steak into.
Man, yeah, I had a steak for dinner tonight and I was still hungry afterwards, so we have these roast beef slices in like our deli drawer. And so what I did is I actually took those slices and I just dipped them in the grease that was still in the pan after.
Nice.
And that was really good. So,
Sophia, when you get your spread shop set up and you can sell T-shirts, you should do like I eat steak. And what do you say at the end of your videos? Now go eat some meat.
Yeah, go eat some meat.
Yeah, you should put those two on shirts. Just 2 shirt ideas for you when you get there, when you get yours hooked up.
Yeah,
cooking with gas should be banned. I agree, man.
Does anyone here cooking with propane? Because you're gonna upset Kip if that's the case. I asked him that during the live stream, and he got real upset with me.
Kip is he's the anti what is that? Hank Hill.
Right.
He was always, I would sell propane and propane accessories. Like I can just see it's like you guys see Peter Griffin fight the chicken.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Kip versus Hank Hill, man. They're gonna fight, one versus it's like propane versus charcoal.
Yeah, listen, hey, shout out to Kip. Everybody cannot boil water in their smoker, brother. I'm just
yeah, Kip has got a top of the line there, man. What does Graham got to say?
Air fryer is my main tool. I said one time if Kip smoked a pair of flip flops, I'd probably eat them.
Yeah. Hey, I can't wait to start filming the carnivore diet documentary just because I'm gonna drive near Kip's house. I'm just gonna roll down my window. That's how I'm gonna find where he's living. Just smell that smoke coming through the window.
Rick, was it you who said put down the biscuit and pick up the brisket?
No, that was me.
I don't think I said that.
Somebody said that recently. I was like, dude, that's a good one, man. Put down the
that is a
biscuit.
good one.
That's straight from the Reverend IB Low Carbon, brothers. If somebody said it other than that, that's for the Reverend.
That's a T-shirt.
Yeah, that is, man. That's a good one.
That's only half of it. That's only half of it. He's like, trade that biscuit for a brisket. Trade your jelly and jam for bacon and ham.
And it's soulful and it makes me hungry. You know what I'm saying? At the same time.
Gary, you're going to be eating good when you start filming. Everywhere you're going to go, everybody's going to cook for you when you're there.
Yeah. Oh, I am so looking forward to that too, because I'm not complaining, but I do all the cooking here, grilling. My dad came over the other day and grilled me some steak, so that was kind of nice. But unless I go out to eat, I'm pretty much always cooking, so that'll be nice. Especially if Kip cooks me up some of those dino ribs or something.
Oh my goodness, I love beef ribs. I tried them for the very first time after I went carnivore, and they're like my favorite now. They're
so
so
good.
good.
They're hard to find. Kip was telling me about them forever, and I finally found them at a Costco. And yeah, the amount of fat in there. Emma and I had those, and it was one of my favorites.
Oh my
for
gosh,
sure.
they're amazing. I love them.
They don't have them at the farm, Carrie, that you've been going to?
Nope, not there. In fact, I just asked him that too. Not yet, but she's like, we could probably get them. Just give me an order. Let me know what you want.
Hey, Sophia, are you doing a collab with Emma? I thought I got wind of something like that.
Yeah, I hope we can schedule one soon. I know she just started school, and I just started school as well, and I've been like way busy with that. Just like with school and homework and like doing the videos that I'm doing right now. So it might be hard to find time, but hopefully we can get one scheduled out far enough so that we can both set aside some time.
Yeah, and
Great.
if you talk to Emma, tell her she's got to get some work done now. We have a ton of footage from Alaska still too. It took me forever. Like, this is her footage that she took to film for her YouTube channel. She hasn't edited it, but I mean, it's tough because she's just started school, and that's probably more important than the YouTube stuff, but she's far behind. People keep asking me. I'm like, Emma, you said you're doing this channel. People keep asking me for the videos. Let's get going.
Yeah, I keep asking her if she's edited it, but
you know what she wants? She just waits, and then she's like, can't you edit it for me? I'm like, no, I got enough stuff of my own to edit. That's all your channel.
Yeah, when you're running a YouTube channel, man, it's like there's always something to do, a thumbnail to make, a post to make,
Yeah. Never ending.
The description, the links, it's like, holy moly.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more than people think when they're just watching a video,
JT, when you come over on Tuesday, every Thursday, you know this because it sounds like you've watched more than I have of my own channel. Every Thursday at 4, I post a homestead video. Yeah. Normally, I have it done by now. I have nothing. So when you're here Tuesday, we have to film the video that I will then have to edit and get live by Thursday. So
let's do it, man. If I can feed some chickens too, man. Yeah, whatever, man. I want to put in some work too, man. It's my first time on a homestead, and there's no way I can go there and not do something, get my hands dirty.
Have you cleaned out the chicken coop or something like that?
I'm down. Film me, man. People are gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm down.
Make some biogas.
What is that?
Oh, I use poop and plant material to make gas to cook with.
Of course.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I get the gas to my kitchen.
I'm telling you, Rick has got a lot of tips, and Rick wants to buy a ranch.
One of these days. Yeah, like I said, I ran my truck on wood for years, and now I run it on cooking oil.
Wow.
Yeah, it probably smells like French fries when you drive down the road, right?
That it smells like a barbecue most of the time.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, because the steak is on the engine.
Hey, you can't go wrong with that.
And what kind of biofuel do you use for your space shuttle?
Seed oils, of course.
You run those Mopars on oil?
Hey, now do you see why I told you not to change that mic? We can do this all night.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if it's a mic or if it's that box is plugged into. I don't know. They're both from the dump, so what do I expect?
It sounds perfect to me, brother. Don't you change a thing.
What kind of Mopars do you have?
Just be you.
I have 69 and 70 Chargers.
Nice. We got a 69 Charger and a 73 Cuda, and then a plethora of trucks.
Wow.
That's. I got a couple of trucks too. I got my old van and my old truck.
Nice.
I've owned many Mopars over the years. I can still decode the fender tags. By many
yeah.
Terry, what was your first car?
My first car was a Cadillac, a big Cadillac. Oh man, that was a cool car. It was the dumbest thing I ever bought. It didn't go in reverse. That thing was like a boat.
Nice. That's a beaut. Yeah, there's just not a better front end than that.
Challenger.
Challenger is beautiful.
That was my first car.
Yeah. That front end is awesome. I love that front end.
Mm-hmm.
That's what most.
I had a 1985 Chevy Chevette.
Hey JT, can you share my screen for a second?
Yeah, I just seen it pop up here. Hey, there we go.
There you go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Sorry, I couldn't resist. It sounded just like it too.
My man.
Rick's
He
getting
was
patched through launch control.
working, baby.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Hey, I want to shout out to Kip, man. I'm gonna make a bet with Kip. If when Ohio State plays Alabama in the college championship, I'm gonna come out to Alabama and watch the game. And if Alabama wins, he's got to smoke me a ribeye. And if Ohio State wins, he's got to smoke me 2 ribeyes.
What do you think, Kip? Fire up the smoker, man. All carnivores would love to have a farm. Yes. Thank you.
I would.
I'd love to have chickens.
Sorry?
What'd you say?
Oh yeah, I just said I would. I would.
I got started. I got 20 chickens now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we got no chickens.
Yeah, we want to get chickens.
You know, it is so crazy how much better those chickens' eggs are. I'm not kidding. I ruined grocery store bought eggs. They are so tasteless.
Yeah.
I've never had anything but store bought.
Tuesday.
Carrie, I might pocket one of your eggs, and hopefully it doesn't break by the time I get home.
It's all you. You can take a couple. You're gonna go home with a chicken and a goat and a couple eggs in your
Oh
pocket.
shit! My wife is not gonna be happy. She's gonna be like Jen when she sees you with the knife. You know, she's getting annoyed with it. You know. That was a funny short, man. She's like, Bill, I don't know you, but
they get their knives.
She's like, don't ever give my husband a gift again.
I was literally as we were doing this live stream. This is what
he's got an egg. Is that a duck egg or chicken egg?
Duck egg. It looks like a duck egg.
JT. Literally, as you just were saying that, this is what Bill just texted me.
And he's thinking of the next one.
He said, I got to get 2. He said because he uses 2 at the same time. He's like, it's time for you, young Jedi, to level up. He said, I'm like, oh, great.
I love Bill, man. He's honestly, he's looking better and better every video. Like his face is already looking thinner, and that hair is getting longer. And man, did you guys see the way he punched that damn bag in?
I was like, Bill,
so hard. He's got
easy.
Yeah, there was stuff falling down on the side of him, and he was just like
knocking down boxes. And
I'm telling you, dude. He's just a natural, man. He really is, man.
We just booked him. Well, we were gonna have him anyway, but he just booked for the live stream. He's at 2, and I put him on the schedule thing. Ollie is doing all the scheduling, but I put him on there as Bill freaking Knott in quotes. That's his new nickname.
I love that, dude. It's like Seth freaking Rollins in the WWE. I like that. Bubba, you still awake?
Yeah, I'm awake. Yeah.
Okay, I just wasn't sure. I didn't know if you were frozen or you were.
No.
Hey man, listen, I need Bubba to go get that guitar and play some blues for us.
Hey, Bubba is all about the Metallica, man. Now, what do you? I got another question for you guys. What do you guys listen to when you exercise? Bubba, let's start with you.
Oh, it can be just about anything, but could be not usually blues, but it could be like Social Distortion or Metallica or Megadeth or old AC/DC like Bad Boy Boogie.
Todd, what about you?
I'm kind of hooked on Coulter Wall right now. I don't know if you ever heard him, but that guy's amazing.
Rick, what do you jam out to? Because you look like a jammer.
Well, obviously I don't exercise, but when I listen to music, it's usually elevator music. That way it's easy listening. You can hear it in the background in some of my videos.
I'm going to be listening for it now, man. It's like in GTA when I'm going my little mansion on GTA. Sophia, what about you?
I don't really choose the music because there's a playlist that they put on at the gym I go to, and it's usually just like punk.
Oh.
Punk rock.
Well, then what do you listen to when you do on your own time?
I've never really been much of a music listener. I listen to like a lot of podcasts, but I usually listen to like rock or like indie or punk. But
Russ, what are you listening to?
You said when I exercise, I'm not sure. What does that mean? Exercise? I don't know that word.
Yeah, exercise.
I have been to an exorcism, but I don't think that's what you're talking. There's no music.
What did they
playing
play
with
during that? Bach, Beethoven, something real dramatic.
that. Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh shit, man! He needs an exorcism. Speaking of that, man, because he's still like his last album he just put out was really good, man.
I couldn't tell you to get out of jail.
Mm.
But I listen to country and gospel mostly now. But I have a very
Rick's pulling out the vinyl.
very very. I mean, it's crazy. Everything from
What is it, Rick?
Creedence
Henry.
Clearwater Revival to Canadian Brass.
To the Canadian Rat.
There you go.
Gosh, Doc, every good time.
Canadian Brass. It's classic.
Oh, Canadian Brass.
But
I
yeah,
like
everything, man. I like good music.
you
But
like
right now,
you ever
pretty much
hear Herb
gospel and
Alpert and the
country is
Tijuana
awesome.
Brass?
Oh yeah, I know Herb Alpert of the Tijuana Brass.
Yeah,
I loved
man.
that growing up.
Yeah, my Gramps was really surprised when I got into his records because I found those records through my Gramps, and then he was like, "Yeah, you can have them if you like it." I was like, "Thanks, man. I love Herb Alpert." Carrie, what about you? What are you jamming?
Weezer.
Weezer. I
That's
used to
it.
be a Weezer when I had sleep apnea, but not anymore. Russ, how was that joke? Did I do good?
Was that you told a joke?
I'll have to swing again. Hoosier, what about you?
I asked Kerry if he liked country music the other day. He was like, I just figured, man, the guys out there in the wild out there in the outback, I figured he'd have a banjo playing somewhere, but clearly not.
Yeah, all I know is Alan Jackson, Itty Bitty, and Red Solo Cup. That's about as far as my country music goes.
Hey, look, hey, I got one for you.
Earl Scruggs and Lester
Hey,
Flatt.
I got one for you. I'm carbless. When it comes to eating food, I'll eat anything you want me to, as long as there's no carbs at all.
Ooh. Now that one's for all the keto cuties out there.
Nice.
Hoosier, what about you? What are you banging?
Usually like 70s, 80s, 90s metal of some kind. Yeah, Kiss, Metallica,
Metallica, nice.
Nirvana. You know, I like a lot of stuff.
Graham says, Rick, is that waltz music? Are you waltzing?
No, it's a version of Henry Mancini.
Have you ever
My
done the
grandmother
waltz,
had
Rick?
that
Rick?
album.
I haven't done it, but I've heard it. You know. I watched a lot of Looney Tunes growing up. I'll tell you.
Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
me
Hey,
too.
that's where I got my classical music from. Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny.
Sophia, are you up on Looney Tunes? Did you watch any of that when you were a kid?
I did actually, not a whole lot, because my parents my dad will like turn it on sometimes, even now. Like,
I watched a lot of Dexter's Laboratory. That was mine.
Who's everybody's favorite Looney Tunes character?
Marvin the Martian.
I'm sure you can figure out mine.
Donald Duck.
No, Looney Tunes.
Oh man, there's so many damn ducks.
That's despicable.
Daffy
Yeah,
Duck.
Daffy.
Daffy Duck.
Daffy
Yeah.
Duck.
That murder is an unmitigated fabrication.
Bubba, what about you? What's your favorite Looney Tune, Bubba?
Listen, all my favorite Looney Tune characters are in this room right now. How about that?
Hey!
My
We
favorite Looney
baby,
Tunes
we served each
character.
other. You know what I'm saying?
My
I
12-year-old
think
loves
it's
Bugs Bunny, loves Roadrunner Coyote.
yeah. I was
How about
thinking
you,
Wile
Gary?
E. Coyote
Wile E.
or the
Coyote, Bubba?
Tasmanian Devil.
Rabbit.
He should have been. I thought he was a carnivore when I was young.
He can do it.
that
Yeah,
might
but
get
he ate
beneficial.
everything. Tasmanian Devil eats anything.
That's right. That's right.
I'm telling you, the replay on this is going to be priceless, man. I'm going to have this shit on loop, man. I'm putting the playlist loop. Gary, what's your favorite Looney Tune, my guy?
Foghorn Leghorn.
Ooh.
I think I got about.
That's a good one.
I've got some leghorns out there. We got 14 of them.
Yeah, he's like, now boy. I said, boy, that little chicken hawk was always grabbing his ass. I like that little chicken hawk. He was good.
Goes over and grabs the dog by the tail and takes off running. I love it.
Yeah, Rick is having a time of his life over there.
Oh, he is.
I watched a lot of cartoons growing up.
Rick's having flashbacks.
Yeah, man. Rick is he's having a good time.
The oxygen is thin up there.
The bad thing is that when they start showing the cartoons again, they cut out all the good parts. All the parts where they blow up, and that's the fun part. They cut it all out.
They do.
Yeah, they don't do that nowadays. The cartoons are like, I watch my sons, and they're just kind of boring now compared to. But Looney Tunes, I swear, they were kind of violent. Like they're always like trying to. Tom and Jerry always trying to kill each other. You know what I'm saying?
I just used to love it when they blow something up and boom, then they come up with blackface and smoke everywhere and
Yeah, hey, listen, after 9/11, no more of that.
Yeah, no, they pulled all those cartoons, man. All of it.
Even Tom and Jerry, remember they had Mammy or whatever she was? Say, you no good cat, I'm throwing you out. OWT out. And then they cut all that good stuff out. And then he was throwing coal at him, when he comes up and says, hey, I see no cat, no how, nowhere.
Now, I want to pick your guys' brains while we're here. Do you guys know of any good company that would fit in with the carnivore live stream that could be a potential, another potential sponsor for the live stream? I just want to get ideas from you guys.
Does Redmond ever sponsor anyone, like the salt company?
I'm not sure, but we can put that on the list. Redmond Salt. Anybody got any other ideas?
Man, I don't know if you've tried it, but Butcher Block seems to be sponsoring everybody, and that would be something for,
Okay. What about you, Bubba? You got any suggestions?
Pepto-Bismol?
What is that?
Yeah, I wonder if Alberta Beef would do it.
Alberta Beef? Because I'm going to write these down after the stream because we're making a list, and I just, I can only come up with so many ideas myself, so I really need, if you guys, in the comments, too, let me know. Yeah, the Carnivore Kid, Rick's mic is cracking me up. Yeah, Rick cracks me up with a mic or without a mic, man. He really does, man.
You're making a list, but I have a question for you. Are you checking it twice?
I'm checking it twice. I'm checking it 3 times, man. We got to get these sponsors, man. When it's about money, man, we don't play.
Hey, Rick got that. Well, you got that one, didn't you, Rick?
What's that?
I said he's making a list, but I asked him, are you checking it twice?
Oh, come on.
Nothing?
What happened to that beef council?
Listen, man, that was the cerebral joke. You're clearly the smartest guy on this panel. You're an astronaut.
Astronaut.
Hey, Kerry, did you see how I set him up for that?
Yes.
I walked right into it. He never saw it coming.
Right. Yeah, he did. But so we got Redmond's and Butcher Box. Those are good ones. Any other ones you guys can think of?
About like a company that makes grills like Yoder or Weber or Traeger or somebody like that. Because we grill a lot of meat. We grill.
Yeah.
Kip, do you got a charcoal brand we could hit up? We definitely not hitting up no propaners.
Kingsford.
How about whoever makes napkins?
Or the grease stain remover stuff.
Yeah, like
I tell you, I feel like I'm getting washing grease stains out of my clothes pretty much every single day now.
Really?
Yeah.
See, it's all those little things you don't think about.
Yeah, Oh yeah. I've seen them sponsor some.
Who?
Kerrygold butter. The gold wrapped stuff.
Interesting. See, we got some there. Any other things you want to pick their brain on, Kerry? I mean, you know what I'm saying? They're here and willing. Willingly ask and graciously receive.
Listen, I want to know who on this panel has ever had a thought worth mentioning to somebody else. That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Oh, someone said carnivore crisps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Element would be the good one.
Yeah,
I
I didn't
told
put
them-
them on the
Carnivore
screen
crisp.
right now because there's they're not
They're not
helping
playing
us
ball.
out right now, so I didn't want to give them no promo. I was
Oh,
like,
appreciate
okay.
Hmm.
Anything else you want to pick their brain on, Carrie, for the documentary? Anything?
What would be one of the themes of the document? Well, one of the themes of the live stream and the documentary is carnivore examples. So I'm trying to think. I was just asking Dr. Chafee about this. If you could, if you knew of someone that was thinking about starting carnivore, but they were too scared to start it, or you could go back in time when you were still thinking about carnivore and it was crazy, what advice would you give yourself?
Like an elevator pitch?
Yeah. Because it seems like there's a
pitch?
lot of people out there right now that are thinking about starting carnivore, but they're too scared for some reason. And that
Yeah,
was probably each one of you at one time. You're like, this thing's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm never going to do this.
Yeah.
Mine to Dave. Dave asked me what my elevator pitch was the other day, and I said, give yourself a chance. And that's give yourself a chance to feel good. Give yourself a chance to get back at your old activities, Give yourself a chance to live more and experience more of the blessings instead of feeling like crap all the time. Give yourself a chance to think more clearly. It's a lot of things you give yourself a chance on if you try carnivore.
I mean, one way to think of it is like you can, like you don't even have to do it if you don't like it. Like you can try it for a week or for 2 weeks or 30 days or 60 days, and if you don't like the way you feel on it after like the 2 weeks with like the keto flu and everything, then you don't have to keep doing it. So I mean, just give it a chance. I guess that would be one thing, I guess.
I
You
did
know,
a
I was
video
thinking
on this a couple weeks ago called Carnivore Fears. I kind of delved into it a little bit on, what are you afraid of? And are you afraid of what people are going to think or how they're going to look at you and they see you eating butter and beef and, will you get bored with it? What's holding you back kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I would say you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
Well, yeah.
Do you know what I mean by that?
Expand on it, Bubba.
Well, if your health is poor, right, and it's going to fix your health, you might have fears, say, about being people in your family or friends being condescending to you.
Yeah.
So you're going to be damned if you do it, and if you don't do it, you'll be damned because of your health.
Yeah, I mean,
So
what changed my mind on it, kind of feeding off what you're saying there, was that, is anybody really getting better off the doctor's advice right now? I mean, when I looked at it, and that's when, the kind of fog was lifted. But when I looked at it, I mean, we're at epidemic levels of obesity and health problems under the watch of these so-called professionals, and I mean, I know it's not all the doctors, but it's clearly the propaganda that's being put into medical schools and taught to everybody all these problems. But I mean, if this was a business and the medical system was, the board in charge of it, and the health of, American citizens went downhill this far in the last 30 years, we would fire every one of them and start over, because it's just an absolute failure what's happening. And they just keep pumping people full of drugs. And, on top of that, I mean, the same guys selling the bullets are selling the Band-Aids. They sit here and they get us sick and they lie to us and they feed us all this bull crap. And then they go, here's some drugs, have some drugs, take a bunch of these drugs, and we'll just go ahead and manage every symptom you have until you're an absolute dumpster fire,
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the hard truth is that there are some people who are just, you're not going to be able to convince them. Like, I feel like for a lot of carnivores, what drove them to it is desperation and just being so done with everything. And just because, I mean, the reason I went carnivore is because I was about to go into the hospital again. The reason my mom went carnivore is because she had tried pretty much anything to lose weight, but nothing was working. And then she she took a leap of faith, like someone in the chat said. It was Graham Carnivore Transformer. She took a leap of faith because she had been watching Dr. Barry's videos, and she was like, well, I mean, what's it's not going to hurt at this point, right? Like,
what do you got to lose, right?
Yeah, I think people just have to they have to get to the end of their rope. They have to hit rock bottom.
Right.
Well, maybe they don't have to, but for a lot of people, that is what happens.
Sometimes, yeah.
Causes
kind of going off of that too. I feel like I had tried so many things and I kind of got stuck on where I was losing weight. And for me, I was seeing how well JT was doing, and I was like, I've tried A, B, and C. I'm not getting any farther. What's wrong with trying something different where I'm seeing other people getting results? If I don't like it, I can stop it, and then I kept getting better results. So
yeah, I think it's one thing that we all have in common is that we've all run the gambit of different things. Well, maybe not Rick, but we've all run the gambit and done all these things. And I'd like to get a message out there to people that you don't have to do everything and wear your body out before you try carnivore. Just try it now. Don't worry about trying everything else first. Just try this first.
Right. I like to think about it this way too, because when you say I'm doing carnivore, I'm only going to eat meat for 30 days, that sounds pretty crazy. But if you just reframe it in your brain, I'm going to eliminate all of this junk, all of the sugar, the seed oils, the grains, the chips, the garbage food. You're still going to only end up eating meat. But if you reframe it in your brain that way, that's what helped me. I always tell people too, it's like you're scared to start carnivore. You should be more scared if you don't. What happens if you don't? Where are you going to be 5 years from now if you keep doing what you've been doing? How are you're going to end up in like a mobility scooter or something if you keep doing? That's something to be scared about, really.
Or dead.
Yeah.
My big thing is about accountability. If you're not accountable to yourself and take control of your own life, I mean, how far do we blame other people in the system? I mean, there's enough out there that we should know what we're doing. It's either you shit or get off the pot and get on with it.
Yeah,
that's very true. Bubba, he's full of Bubba-isms. If you guys weren't familiar, he's got Bubba-isms.
Yeah, I made a comment on Ken Berry's live stream the other day, and it was kind of funny, but this is why your video, Carrie, the other day, where you were talking about you should be ashamed if you're not a carnivore, that struck a chord with me, because I feel like we got to go on the offense instead of the defense, because I was just saying, like, it's about time we had an intervention for our doctors and our medical professionals. They're the ones that are following their own advice, and they've got some sort of psychosis brain fog. When I was 715 pounds, my doctor was happy with my diet. Then I lose 225 pounds and my doctor is worried about my health because of my diet. I mean, you can't make that stuff up. And I'm looking at this guy going, I know you got the white coat and the clipboard, but what is wrong with you?
Right. Everything's completely backwards. You just got to do exactly the opposite of everything they tell you. It's nuts.
Right. They're literally worried about me being on a carnivore diet, yet they wanted me to get gastric bypass surgery. So they're willing to cut into me and cut out my stomach, and that's okay. That's an acceptable procedure. But eating beef, oh God, you can't do that. That you could have high cholesterol. It's just insanity.
Yeah, I think it's just because like obesity has become so normalized, just because so many people are eating this crap, and so many people are unhealthy and they're metabolically unwell.
But it's big business. I mean,
that's
medication, operation, compensation.
Yeah,
profit over people. They really don't give a shit about you.
You can't warehouse beef, bacon, butter, and eggs for 2 or 3 years somewhere and sell it, and make 90% profit. I mean, you can take 10 cents worth of corn and 20 cents worth of sugar and make a flake that you can sell at $10 a box to people.
Yeah,
and store it for 2 years and ship it all over the world.
Totally. I mean, that's what Gary Taub. I love Gary Taub's books, but he talks about that food stopped being nutrition and it's turned into a commodity, something that's got a shelf life that can be marketed and packaged and sold. And then the great part for the drug companies is that it makes us sick. So, hey, guess what?
That's right.
They're going to go ahead and make money on the other end.
Circle of death.
Nice slow.
Keeps going around.
For our whole lives, that works.
Yeah.
The money thing that Russ mentioned too is so true. If you Google like what's the biggest industry, they say it's technology or oil or whatever. I really think it's sugar. When you look in the grocery store and sugar is in every single thing, you go in the gas station, it's in everything. It's really not that crazy that all those forces are pushing you more towards sugar. I said it in my video before. It's like if you want to sell a ton of sugar, you just get kids hooked early, young. You tell them breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And then you say, if you eat meat, it's going to give you a heart attack. You scare the hell out of everybody with meat. Because if you're scared of eating meat, what are you going to do? I'll have a salad for a week. And then you're going to end up back in the grocery store eating the junk food with sugar in it again. It's just more and more sugar.
Right. Make sure it's super, that's what I always say. What really, I used to beat myself up about all the failed, sad, standard American diet tactics that all the nutritionists put me on since I was a kid, and they never worked. And I was like, man, I must just be weak. I must just be dumb. I must, everybody else is stronger. And then, when Gary Taub painted the picture that, the only way that you can affect the behavior of 75% of Americans to become obese is if you completely change the food environment, And so it's an environmental problem. It's a food environmental problem and a propaganda problem. And man, these people do not want the truth out there. It would lose them so much money. I want to see carnivore get so mainstream that drug companies go freaking bankrupt,
Yeah, and people talk about standard American diets, but it's also standard American doctors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today I was interviewing Sam. He's from Egypt. And sorry, Kerry, I just bring this point in. He's from Egypt, and I kept bringing up standard American diet, and he says the standard we call the standard American diet. He says they're all copying off America, so he says it's really now just the world diet now. And I was like, damn, I thought to myself, how sad is that, dude? Like, we need this documentary so bad to change this paradigm, this worldwide paradigm about food and meat and cholesterol and sugar. Like, it's all works together, and it's all can be changed with that documentary, bud.
I was in Starbucks there a couple months ago, and I'd go in there and edit my videos, and the manager's there, and I knew the answer to the question before I asked her because my daughter had worked there. I said, do you guys still give everybody those 4 free drinks every shift? She said, yes, we do. I said, why does Starbucks do that? She says, oh, that's a benefit we give them. I said, no, it's not. She goes, why do you think we give them to them? I said, who wants to quit if they're addicted?
Yeah.
And boy, was she ever ticked at me for saying that. and all I had to do, and not to poke fun because I'm a fat guy, right? But all the young people that were working there were obese except for one.
Yeah. Have you ever seen those pictures of like all the lines at the movie theaters, like in the 70s when Star Wars was out and there's no fat kids at all?
Yeah.
No.
There's hundreds of people in the 70s and there's no fat people. And then, now it's the opposite. If you see a healthy, skinny person, you're like, holy crap, there's one.
It's so crazy.
What does that mean to you?
No one notices it because it just happens so slowly. It's just like normal now. You just go there, but it's really crazy when you look around. You see so many people, and not even just fat too, but they're just tired and fatigued, and they're hunched over, arthritic, and
that's why the shirts are so important. You need some way to break the ice to be able to talk about it without being rude,
and then you hit them with one of these.
What is that?
Someone suggested printing some of these out. It's a little card that says, if you're interested in carnivore, it says you need to research on YouTube. Dr. Ken Berry, carnivore diet. Dr. Chafee, carnivore basics. It's a little card. Someone suggested this because
when we went to Alaska, I talked to that one guy that was driving the shuttle bus.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool. He was really interested in like, it'll be nice if you had a card. So it's like, all right.
Hopefully
That's
he looked
awesome.
up Dr. Baker, because I remember you telling him check out Baker because they were in the Chicago area.
No, it was Dr. Hampton.
Hampton. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hampton.
Yeah, I guess I'm an OG. I was a fat kid in 1979.
Does
You're
anybody
trendsetter.
know? Does anybody know who Dr. John Campbell is?
No.
I do.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a statistician out of the north of England. He's got his doctorate in nursing, and he goes all over the statistics that come from the WHO and Pfizer and all that stuff.
Yeah, his name
Yeah.
sounded familiar. My parents listened to him.
Yeah, well, the other day I was watching him, and he was talking about the increase of mortality rates of children since COVID, and the suicide rates and all that stuff, and the obesity rates because of lack of inactivity. So, it's really, really quite sad.
Yeah, it is. You guys, I'm just checking out the comments here. You guys got any other things you guys want to bring up while we're here live in the flesh?
I was just going to say that, of all the diets, our diet seems to have the best message behind it. It's a message of hope and support and community. We're not about, hating things that other people do or the way other people eat. We're not critical, other than maybe critical of the doctors and, processed food companies. But, our message is a message of hope and health. And I think that's one unique thing we've got going for us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, listen, I've been kind of quiet this whole time. If you notice, I haven't said anything. Because I'm bare. Wait, what are you laughing at? No, I'm just saying.
Nobody noticed I was having a heart attack?
I saw you having a conniption.
I tried to revive you.
I
was poking you to see if you were okay.
Oh no!
I was having my usual heart attack. I have at least one a day,
We were worried who's flying the shuttle.
Yeah. Do they have a defibrillator up there?
No, I have a defibrillator. I had to go get it. But I was pulling up my distress sign, see?
What does that mean to you, Rick?
Oh, this belonged to a friend of mine that died a few weeks ago. He was obese for many years, so I made a video about it. It was actually relatively popular.
Yeah, I just wanted you to let them know what, in case they didn't watch your video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's probably the most views I've had on a video so far. But, that was somebody I knew that tried the carnivore diet, but he waited too long. He just started last year, and you can't reverse a lifetime of had 5 heart bypasses, 4 pacemakers, been obese for God knows how long. I mean, felt better for a while, and then, so, there's limits as to what the diet can do. The earlier you get it, the better, That's what I told people. Why waste your time eating duck food and waddling around and suffering? You could try this. You might feel better. If you don't like it, you can go right back to the duck food anytime.
Carrie, we need to make that don't eat duck food a shirt, man. I'm telling you, man, stop waddling around, don't eat the duck food.
Yeah.
I love that, dude. No, it's a great analogy. It really is. Do you guys got any last, we're going to wrap it up soon. I don't want to keep you guys up too late, but everybody, I want to take one thing at a time. If you guys want to do a shout out for your channel or something you got coming up or something on your heart you want to say. Bubba, you want to start?
Oh, I just think that as long as we be accountable for actions and not let other people's opinions bother us and get in that mindset, because everybody comes with a different type of trouble or trauma, and you just got to be kind and do the right thing, right? It's not a rocket science. The diet's not a rocket science, but it seems to be a rocket science for people to look between the ears and fix that problem, because you might clear the brain fog, but it doesn't change your habits, right? You got to really work on that. But yeah, I don't know. It's just my channel is Robert Bubba Baker, and I just try and give my 15-minute chat each day, or 4 or 5 days a week. And sometimes I get a little excited. I drop a few F-bombs once in a while, but I just try and keep it real. And the only thing that I find offensive I've seen so far with the carnivore stuff is when people are ridiculing other people, or um, they disguise it as like a concern. And I talked about it today, when they bring their own fears and inadequacies and make judgments on other people. They should just put their keyboards away and shut up a little bit and give people support and let them go after it and have their dream. And if you've got a negative thought, there's really no room for you. You gotta get off the train.
Absolutely. Todd, what about you? That was good, Bubba.
Man, the carnivore is not a diet. It is a cure. That's why I named my channel The Carnivore Cure. It is a cure. It is not a fad diet. It's the way human beings have been eating for millions of years. The standard American diet, this, diet that people have been eating for the last maybe 100 years, that is the anomaly. That is the experiment, and the experiment has gone wrong. And we got to go back to our natural state, to the proper human diet. And anybody that's, if you just pull back and you see the amount of sickness and disease, and not only in this country, not only in the United States, but spreading across the planet. I mean, we have a pandemic of obese 6-month-old babies now. Okay, I mean, this is clear. Anybody that says anything different, you really gotta question their, how completely brainwashed they are in this, matrix. That's why I play this video in the background. We got to unplug from this stupid thing, this complete money making matrix they got us all, bought into. It's killing people. It's killing our families. It's killing our friends. It's killing us. And I don't know. I'm done being nice about it. I'm just, when people talk to me and tell me about cholesterol and high sodium levels and all that nonsense, I get pretty blatant about it anymore, because I'm just I'm not going to tiptoe around it. I mean, I was on the edge of death and I've been seeing doctors and dietitians for over 20 years, and in 20 years, not one of them was willing to give me a single straight answer. They all just read out of the same propaganda book and gave me the same propaganda protocol that just kept me trapped until I became, a prisoner in my own body and stuck in a chair for 2.5 years. And it was carnivore that pulled me out of it. I didn't think I'd ever make it out. And so, yeah, just do it. You owe it to yourself, and it's completely reasonable if you really just think about where we come from and the history and what's the professional advice has gotten the world so sick. It's clear that it's wrong. That's all I'd have to say about it.
That's great. Rick, what do you got to say, bud? What's pulling on your heartstrings?
Well, I guess, over here at Mission Control, we're still trying to figure out exactly what's going on. But maybe somebody can come up with a solution to this. I have a feeling it's that amplifier I'm using, because I don't think the microphone could be that bad. But anyway, in terms of the diet, hey, I'm the only one that started this diet. I wasn't sick. I was sick and tired, that's all. Sick and tired of being skinny and weak and frustrated. And I figured, hey, I'd rather be dead than live this way. So you know what? What's the best way to die? Load up with meat and fat, have a good time. Go on the heart attack diet. You don't have to worry about anything. People tell you, oh, you're going to have a heart attack. Hey, that's what I want. I want to have a big heart attack. My biggest fear was always being old and weak and sick and not being able to do anything, having to be wheeled around, have your rear end wiped. I even saw one time a commercial. It was called the Comfort Wipe. It was a little plastic stick you put your toilet paper on and reach around. I'm thinking, man, how fat do you have to be where you can't wipe your own rear end? That's pretty sad.
Easy.
You know, it's like, so I thought, hey, you know, having a heart attack sounds like fun, but once you start doing the diet, once I started doing the diet and I wasn't getting fatter, I was actually feeling good. Everything was doing well. I figured, hey, I'm going to go as long as I can until I feel bad. But I learned something. If you're doing something and it makes you feel good and you're not getting worse, there might be something about it that's actually good. So why not? Why not try it out? You know, hey, I even tried a vegetarian and vegan diet because I thought that might help me. But after 7 months, it was not helping. I was getting worse. So I switched back to the what you call the carnivore diet, and I call the heart attack diet. Felt really good. I thought, you know what? I'm going to keep doing this. And I've been doing it ever since. And the thing is, after you've done it for a while, it's no longer a job. It's fun. You know, you're not going to want to go back and eat the duck food, go to the store, all that sugar and all that flour and all that nasty stuff. Why would you eat that when you could just have a delicious steak? Or go out and grab an iguana or a duck or, hey, even duck eggs. I'd rather eat a bunch of duck eggs than, you know, breakfast cereal or any of this other processed crap. So if it comes in a box and it has a list of ingredients, don't eat it, throw it out or give it to the ducks. If it's something you want to eat, it should have no ingredients or just one ingredient. Then, okay, that's a start. But what's the best food you can eat? Something that came from an animal. Why not? Why would you go and eat something, you know, from who knows where? So my theory is this, and again, I've said it for years. If someone is telling you something and it's not working for you, try something else. What have you got to lose?
That's great, Rick. I love the way you put that. What about you, Sophia? What's pulling on your heart?
Well, I mean, the only thing that I could really come up with is I just think it's really, really evident that the carnivore diet is helpful for so many different ranges of people. Like, it's helped people who are extremely, extremely overweight to lose weight. It's helping me, and I was extremely, extremely underweight, and I'm gaining weight currently. I'm building pretty much entirely muscle. And it's helped people with like their mental health issues. It's helped people with their physical issues. It's helped such a wide and broad range of just so many issues that so many people suffer from nowadays. And I think at that point, when you've heard all these things, it's just, why not try it? Everybody's got problems in their life that can probably be solved by going on carnivore. So I don't know. I'd say just give it a chance. It's not going to hurt you if you if you don't end up benefiting from it, which you probably will if you did try it. And like I think Rick was saying, you can always go back to the duck food. You can always go back to the way you were eating before. I mean, that was my mindset going into carnivore. I mean, I was kind of at my lowest point right before, and I figured, well, I mean, I've heard that carnivore can help with anorexia, with eating disorders, and so there's nothing. It's not going to hurt me at this point. I mean, I can always go back to the way things were. I can always go back to restricting my calories and over-exercising. But I'm finding that 72 days into it, I don't want to do that anymore. And so yeah, it's just it's great. And I think literally everybody could benefit from going carnivore, at least ketovore or just keto. So I say just give it a chance, even if it's just cutting out, like just going down to like a more limited amount of carbs per day. Like even just doing keto, I think literally everybody could probably benefit from that. But yeah, so my channel is Sophia Eats Steak, and I actually have a live interview with JT tomorrow evening. We're doing a Q&A, so
it's gonna be fun. Russ, what do you got?
7 years ago, I find oh wait, I'm sorry. Listen, I appreciate the invite, brother. Glad to be here. Glad to meet everybody. And it was great to be on with everybody, except Kerry. I would have never showed up if I knew he was going to be here. But But now, in the interest of full disclosure, I'm a carnivore sympathizer. I have to be honest. I can't be a hypocrite. Although on the 16th of September, I will be 100% carnivore because I will not defile the integrity of the carnivore diet movie.
Nice.
But I just I echo what everybody said. My thing is get your carb number as low as you can get it. Get off the junk food, fast food, processed food. And everybody can't jump to carnivore, but you can get your carb number low, and that's really the key to it. And again, I just thank everybody for being, for their stories and their sharing. And I wish Rick a safe return back to Earth.
Hoosier, what about you? We'll leave Carrie for last.
All right, I just want to say how wonderful it is to be part of the community and spend my Friday night hanging out with you wonderful people. It's been a lot of fun, and I've got an interview with JT on Monday, and then a Sunday night I'm having Carrie from My Metamorphosis and Chuck Low Carb Carnivore on my little show on Sunday at 8. And I just wanted to say too how happy I am to see a 16-year-old young woman in here with us doing carnivore. There's probably not one of us here that doesn't wish we could have discovered this sooner or done it when we were younger. And you're doing it now, and it just makes me happy to think that you're doing what you're doing and spreading the message to the younger people out there. So, and just had a really, really great time tonight with everyone. And, we are coming up on Labor Day weekend. If you're going to a cookout, family event, stuff with friends, eat your meat before you go so you're not tempted.
Did Brett just say cookout?
We grilling, baby.
We grilling, baby.
We're grilling.
We got to have a bring your own meat party. No more bring your own beer. Bring your own meat.
That's right. Take your own meat, load up before you go, and then you won't be tempted.
Kip says homesick Buckeye will transition to carnivore eventually.
16. Listen, I'm close. I'm about 50%. I mean, honestly, I'm about 50%, and it's late, and I'm happy to talk about it or go into it. I don't hide. I tell it like it is. So if maybe you have me another time on, and we'll talk about all that kind of stuff. But listen, I'm down with the carnivores, 100%, and I'm carnivore about 50% of the time. So I'm not that far away.
It's a start, right? Carrie, what about you, bud? What's pulling on your heartstrings?
I got a question
for iguana right there, you guys. Holy
shit. Man, don't eat that thing.
You guys, that's frozen. That's real. That's not from the toy store. Okay, that's not from Toys R Us. That's from the backyard.
Not a plastic toy.
And that's a UFO. He caught it from a spaceship.
Alien.
That's an unidentified food object right there.
It looks like the thing that flew out of the guy's chest in Alien.
This interview goes.
I had a hat band that looked like that one time.
Rick, if this interview gets like 4 million views, I know why now. It's because you flashed in like an iguana on the screen. Holy crap. All right, Carrie, can you top that, Carrie?
I can't. No. I was just going to say.
On your heart, bud.
I was going to say shout out to Sophia, too, because you're pretty awesome. Because I don't know if a lot of people know this, but you were on the first live stream we did. And that took some bravery. You had like 900 people on there, so you're pretty awesome. I always say that carnivores are brave, and you sure are. And I have a question quick for Anna.
Yeah.
Is JT driving you insane yet with carnivore stuff, or is it still tolerable? Because my family is sick of hearing everything about carnivore nonstop. It sounds like
he at first when I wasn't doing carnivore, yes. Now that I'm doing carnivore, no.
Nice.
He's not driving me insane.
Awesome.
But that's because I'm on board with it.
My
Nice.
family's sick of it all as well.
Yeah, Anna's driving. Hey, Anna's driving now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and she's just flabbergasted at all the interviews. Like, I just keep getting email after email, and they're like, "Hey, you'd be open?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, come on down, sure, come on down." I just feel like everybody's got a story, and there's just no way I could say no.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess the only other thing I was going to say, Dr. Chafee said something like this, and it just kept sticking with me in terms of carnivore. No other species on Earth, and I Googled this too because I'm like, I wonder how many species there are. The scientists don't even know. There's like millions of species on Earth. No other species on Earth suffers like humans do with obesity, depression, anxiety, all these health issues. And humans are the only species on Earth that deviate from their natural intended diet. We're the only ones with the big brains and the ego that eat all sorts of garbage, and we're the only ones that have cancer and sickness and depression and all of these things. So it's kind of eye-opening when you think about it that way.
Yeah, Dr. Chafee said that to me one time. I said, "We're the only ones that have Costco cards." That's what. Yeah, I don't care. He's like, koala bears only. I will set a koala bear loose in Costco. I guarantee you, he won't go to the eucalyptus league. I can tell you that.
Nice.
Yeah, guys, my coach taught me to willingly ask and graciously receive. Russ, I have not interviewed you yet. I know you're half carnivore, but I'd still gladly have you on. You're coming up, Hoosier, that's for sure. Kip, Kip, I'd love to have you on. Kip, I know you're still watching, so Kip, come on here sometime to chat with carnivores, and then Intentional Carnivore. I would love to have him on there. Those are the three I've been eyeing up next, and I just haven't get a hold of you guys. I'm gonna grab you guys.
Yeah, shoot me a message, brother. Shoot me a message, brother. I'm not hard to find, man. You can hit me on the if you go to the about on my YouTube channel, my email's right there, or whatever. But yeah, happy to do it, brother.
Absolutely.
Happy to do it.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming out. I hope you guys have an awesome Labor Day weekend. You guys watching, everybody on this screen is a true beacon of light, man. They are great people, and I'm happy to call them all friends. I'm honestly truly blessed, and it's just a dream, man, come true to be alive and be hanging out with you guys. It really does mean a lot to me, honestly.
And you got to get better friends, brother.
No, you guys are perfect. And like I say, there's value in everybody. There's value in each one of you, and there's value in your stories. And you guys replay this and laugh some more and learn some more, because you can learn about duck food and iguanas and the carnivore diet movie and everything. This has been really a great stream. So I really appreciate you guys. Yes, Rick. That is so awesome. What does the iguana got to say? Any out thoughts for the iguana?
Godspeed to Rick.
Don't go into Rick's yard. It's dangerous.
Well, there you guys go.
Man, you got to be more careful out there.
Yeah. Don't go in Rick's yard. And I think it would also say, I'm cold.
They want to eat my bananas and papayas? Well, you're going to end up in a nice, cool place.
Right. And you guys, if you're wondering about everybody's channels, go into the description. If you're watching this, go in the description. I'll have everybody's channels that was on the video here. I'll have all their channels linked in there, and everybody can subscribe. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Love you guys. I'll do my duck face on the way.